Hi, I'm Justin Pritchard, and if you're looking for a luxury sport SUV, you've got plenty of choices. Selection is good stuff. It means that you can get a vehicle with more of what you like, less of what you don't, and that warm, fuzzy feeling that comes from owning a vehicle that's just perfect for you. Now, if your perfect luxury sport crossover happens to be a model that's more like a luxury sport sedan and less like a crossover SUV, then this machine needs to be on your list of test drives. It's the Infiniti QX70, formerly called the Infiniti FX, and since it's part car, part wagon, and part SUV, it falls into the catch-all crossover SUV market. Many crossover SUV models are heavily designed towards the SUV side of the spectrum. The QX70 takes a different approach. It's not big, overly heavy, enormous, or clumsy. Since it's so much like a car, it's agile, maneuverable, and trim. Where many luxury crossover models are like Rob Ford, this one is more like Sidney Crosby. So the QX70 handles well, and it's maneuverable, and it won't fill your driveway, and it doesn't feel for a second like a great big piece of military equipment. With the low roof and wheels at the corner design, it's sleek and planted like a sports car, but you still get a commanding driving position, which crossover fans love. You enjoy that from a luxurious, beautifully trimmed cabin that's easy to enter because you actually just slide sideways into it rather than climbing up. Unlike a big hulking SUV crossover, the QX70 is easy to park, especially thanks to the all-around view parking monitor, which makes it hard for drivers to hit things. That's one of many camera and radar systems that let the QX actively scan its surroundings for hazards to alert you of. Other high-tech goodies include the full Navitainment system with Bluetooth, push-button start, and the punchy Bose stereo. There are classy touches too, including the classy timepiece and the classy embroidered seats, and all this cabin is a nice place to be. Of course, there are some compromises. If you're looking for that sense of abundant onboard storage and the ability to haul 7 people and their stuff, you won't find it here. Seating and cargo capacities are adequate for 4 adults and their bags, but you probably won't be hauling the entire fam jam off to the slopes. It's geared more towards perhaps a young and active couple more than to a growing family. It's also geared towards a driving enthusiast. Steering is heavy, confident, and easily locked onto its line, but also quick and eager to play. The suspension set towards the sporty side of the equation without ruining ride quality fully supports drivers in spirited motoring. It's all powered up by Infiniti's high-revving 3.7-liter V6, which operates smoothly when driven gently and turns in a peaky 325 horsepower surge if you get it spinning towards its 7,500 RPM redline. This engine isn't quiet, but it sounds fantastic. It's a beautiful power plant. The 7-speed automatic has downshift rev matching in its manual mode for more fun factor, and that's all hooked up to an intelligent all-wheel drive system that maximizes traction, handling, and entertainment. With heaps of power going to the rear wheels, you can steer the QX with the throttle pedal for some sideways monkey business. You can see the system hunting for traction while I try to get up this icy hill without winter tires. No luck, the factory rubber isn't ideal for use on snowy, icy roads like we're filming on today, and they didn't provide enough grip to transmit much of the braking system's power to the road either. Winter tires should be considered mandatory. Over a week, I mostly appreciated the QX70's just right size and how it turns in sports sedan performance with extra space. All of the controls and interfaces are easy and intuitive to use. It's also remarkably smooth in all the right areas. Little if any vibration makes its way in from the engine or through the steering. I wished I could say the same about noise levels, however. My biggest complaint here was that at highway speeds, the cabin is pretty loud, requiring you to raise your voice for a conversation. End of the day, I don't have kids or a dog, and I love me a sports car, so it feels like Infiniti built this QX70 for crossover shoppers just like me. If you can put up with some wind noise and you're after crossover flexibility, all-season confidence, and engaging performance, think of this QX70 as a sports sedan wearing a backpack, budget for some winter tires, and be sure to give it a test drive. Thanks for watching.